what that they don't number gonna Lamin Nanjo de la Ten.
So in this way, in all the time and aspect that concentrating into the Guru Yoga practice, that just doing it properly, the supplication prayers, it is always important.
Guru Rinpoche, to Sumji Sanje, Tamji, Tindi Dani.
Of course, that Guru Padmasambhava is the just completely condensed nature of all the past, present, and future Buddha.
Karva Drum Mebajangani, to some Sonji to say Shilalatene, Guru Mochung Yavachiris.
So, from countless eons before, that out of the great compassion and blessing of all the Buddhas, that it is manifested in form of Guru Padmasambhava. So Guru Padmasambhava's that the appearance of being, the enlightened nature is gone beyond birth and death and old and youth.
Durjana Nongole, or Sadhu Chumbi Surat, and then Damano 10 years returned to Jerome.
So just only for the to tame the ordinary sentient beings, then it appears like there is a kind of born and then pass away, but in reality there is no any change in its nature.
Konle Soratana, Kon Debandogo, Tamchidi, Trubatis.
So if one supplicate to Guru Padmasambhava, then whatever one's wishes or desires are can be totally accomplished.
Nela Soba Neri, Kana Konlayam, Kola Nin Topana Sorata, Potentation, Tamchi Pengiris.
So even like one's certain kind of sickness and including afflictive emotions that wants to pacify, then if one supplicate to Guru Padmasambhava, definitely one can just pacify and receive all those blessings. Even that for our worldly needs, wealth and finance and so forth, that whatever we need to fulfill our wishes, also if we supplicate to him, one can just accomplish. So whatever it may be like a sickness or negative forces attack or any kind of problem or obstacle, if one supplicate to Guru Padmasambhava, one can just get rid of everything.
Noble Cheba Jachimumburna, Coronjin to Nibali, what the Momboji say no Lonsella Soba Soratana Mombojin Dugiros.
So, in the fortunate eons, then there is the wish-fulfilling gem, that which is existing, and then as people just, if one have, then do all those supplication and prayer to it, and just go through the kind of proper practice, then one could fulfill all the wishes, whatever one need, including clothing and foods and wealth and so forth. So that is also just existing there, depending upon the accumulations of merit of the beings. And these days, since we doesn't have enough of those merit, so maybe possible those wish-fulfilling gems are existing, but we could not find or we could not fulfill our wishes.
Guru Rinpoche Namchile Shilla Yeba Namchile Meba did the Kadayong Regmars.
So for like Guru Padmasambhava, that there never ever happens that sometimes he have blessing and sometimes doesn't have.
I don't talk it, Lodge number Tobate, Nyamobaki, Tinu, then Ronso, Shenla Tongu, Tom, that young years.
So it is only just because of our own mind, which is obscured by all these afflictive emotions and negativities, that which sometimes one could not receive blessings and sometimes could receive something. So it is just all because of these conceptual thoughts. So that is why one always tries to work hard to get rid of all these conceptual thoughts and the afflictive emotions. So everything that we could not accomplish within our practices, in spiritually, and also our worldly activities is just because of the all sorts of thoughts and afflictive emotions that which itself is disturbing and creating all these obstacles and obstructions. So it is constantly we are having all these sorts of that hesitation or doubt. Maybe one could accomplish, maybe not, or maybe it is existing or not. In that way, it is got disturbed. So the doubt is the just kind of very negative in that way. So it is also difficult to even just abandon the these doubts. Even we really know, but still we have the doubt. So just having doubt that where within this lifetime or even in the future, that which always kind of cause obstruction, that there is no way anything can work out. So in that way, if one just supplicate to Guru Padmasambhava with single-pointed devotion, without a tiny bit of the doubt, then definitely one can receive the blessing through that power.
Guru Rinpoche, Sanye Sane, the Jesor, Lonu Sembi, Nishendo, the Beji Jaro. So after that, Guru Padmasambhava completed the Samya monastery in Tibet, and then he need to leave to the copper-colored mountain, and then with the whole bunch of the Tibetan king, minister, and then the subject, they all just for farewell, they went to the Kungdang Laga. So they were at the Kungdang La for few days, and then from the northwest direction, all these Dakinis that they came with the horse to just invite Guru Pamasambhava.
Then Guru Rinpoche cheva chimnetinik, Nankanias, Pornitini, young Chimboji Yoyos.
So Guru Pamasambhava, that as he ride the horse and then kind of just flew up in the space, and still he gave a whole bunch of instructions.
Then Guru Rinpoche Kongla, Cheronzo Sunday Shetumna, Konglono Sibiani Kayon, Sumi Cherono to Yemedi Yesuris.
So at that point, Guru Pamasambhava said that if you could supplicate me properly, then I haven't gone to anywhere to the just the northwest channel ground. I'm always inseparable from you all.
Guru Rinpoche, Konsoronzo, Nengoni, Sorata Tuna, Yesum, Desundres, Gonzalo Tachi Momochi, or Nima Jingurumochi, Gosan New Year's, till they get 2 years.
So it is been said that if one has the devotion and supplicate to Guru Pamasambhava, then he is just right away there near the kind of pillow. But then these days people make fun of it and saying, "Oh, Guru Pamasambhava is waiting there at the kind of door."
Maso Pele, on Guru Rinpoche, the Tamale, Kangar Yungi, the Shopichetu, Sharim Druyape, Momboson.
So that in the degenerating period of time, Guru Pamasambhava has given so many different practices and pujas to clear out all those negativities.
Then Chepatu Nyayong Chente Chichilotuki, Slasane Shane, Dachangso, Johono and Guru Rinpoche Toso Sunji, Shin, Teriapochido, Lord Tuchutemari Bell and Juramunsun, Kongingen or somewhere.
For instance, that the Jayankante Chokolot, when he arrived to Lhasa, then he mentioned that if you guys build a Guru Pamasambhava statue about 3-story, then at least 60 years there will be no any kind of problem or any difficulty for Tibet.
Yenayong Guru Rinpoche Mizuji Tasam, Tosaresam, Petituresam, Diamaritan, Deon Guru Devachamo Jaham Milason Rajima, Guru Nosus Maris.
So finally, that somehow they didn't really do exactly what it is instructed. Instead of that, they built about like a human size or about 10 feet size of Guru Pamasambhava, which is also not the Nangsi Sildan, which means splendor over the existing. Instead of that, they built a Guru Tewachimbo, which is a great blissful Guru, which is kind of like a Indian Pandita.
Jujilo, Gonton, Peshigur, they got open, Tangurum, Nonsense, and Toso, into Mason, Yangur Devachimbo, put the Joseph attended here, Tapan Tessele, Karegus are curious.
Then when Jayankanta Rinpoche came to Sikkim in the northern part of India, then they just reported to him that we could not build the Guru Pamasambhava, the Nangsi Sinun. Instead of that, we built about 10 foot high a Guru Tewachimbo. So now just what it would be.
The teaching of the Yata, Nay Shiva de Church, so the Lavi, Church of Majena, Tangasoachi, Guru Dea Timbo Jagarma, Losona, the Toronto, Pevate, the Jagara, and Joy Hiajere, Tangaham was a good to Simpsons.
At that point, then Jayankanda Rinpoche said that, oh, you didn't do what I have instructed. Now just whatever it is kind of, just done. So maybe it is kind of possible that some of the Tibetans, they could get to, India. And then somehow he was kind of, sad. And then he covered up his head and then he started kind of, crying.
So if that Guru Padmasambhava's that statue was built, then just by this time about 40 years and more, about 20 more years in Tibet, there would be still that Dharma is flourishing. So those all are just because of being doubted, nothing else.
Guru Mochi Tujishila Dende Jachimo Yevadio Hamago Odan Chujilo Dena Sumba Delo Chaja Major Lamala Yichi Majishangi Te Yongiris.
So in one way, not understanding that how much the great compassion and care that Guru Padmasambhava have to all beings, and on the other hand, that they didn't just have confidence or trust to what Jayankanda Lord has prophesied.
America, oh, Neshi, Nakepa Insan Najachimbo.
So even in America also, just where you say, oh, I know, and have a big ego. When something happens similar like that, then there is a kind of big mistake can be done. Once one have that pride, then one cannot see anybody's quality.
The Mexican Council, Toronto Deba Meguji, then Nyone Abuchi, then Turker Candidago.
No, she knew it.
Oh, worried. Teacher Omachine about the dirt and Demet on the song, choosing Nyone.
Yeah, so now I have nothing more to say that you are receiving this. The Shamatha, the first year texture students stay here, and rest you all just get into your places to continue with your practices.
Thank you.